If you think a good morning message is just a polite gesture, let me tell you something. You're one message away from being forgotten forever. Why? Because most men send messages that hit with the same impact as an automatic read. Good morning, beautiful, sounds sweet, sure. But it also sounds like the other 57 messages she got this morning. Literally, you're competing with her coffee, her dog, and a TikTok notification. And guess what? You're losing, badly. And you don't even know it. Marcus Aurelius said, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Well, I say, the quality of your connection depends on the quality of your messages. If what you're writing doesn't spark emotion, curiosity, or the urge to reply, congratulations, you've officially become background noise in her chat list. But relax, it's not over yet. Today, I'll show you 7 messages designed with psychological precision to make sure you're not ignored, but actually become someone she wants to talk to. Before we begin, if you find this video helpful, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because in a world where boring messages die in silence, knowing what to say gives you power. Ready? Get set. Because after this video, your messages will never be the same again. 1. A mistake everyone makes. Why do most men fail when sending a simple message? Picture this. You wake up, pick up your phone, and there it is, the tempting idea to send a good morning message. You think it's a sweet gesture, a sign of care, something that'll make her smile. But here's the harsh truth. You've just signed your own ignore sentence. Because while you're typing, good morning, how did you sleep? 10 other guys are sending her the exact same thing. It's like showing up to a job interview with a blank resume and hoping to get hired because of your good vibes. Most guys make the mistake of thinking that intention matters more than result. But what matters isn't what you said, it's what she felt when she read it. And the truth is, generic messages don't make her feel anything. They don't intrigue her. They don't catch her attention. They don't spark a single thought in her mind, except maybe the thought of scrolling past and getting on with her day. And here's where it gets worse. A lot of guys, when they don't get a reply, double down on the mistake. They start sending things like, hey, is everything okay? Did I upset you? Maybe you're just busy. Talk later? Congrats. Now you're not only predictable, you also look desperate. And desperation, my friend, is the digital equivalent of bad breath. Nobody will tell you to your face, but everyone wants to step away. But why does this happen? Because we're told that persistence pays off, that if you just keep trying, you'll eventually win. Wrong. In messaging, persistence used the wrong way only backfires. If a message doesn't work the first time, repeating it with minor tweaks won't magically make it interesting. Here's the key. Emotions drive decisions. We don't respond to logic. We respond to what makes us feel. And a soulless good morning triggers nothing. It's like a movie trailer with no exciting scenes. There's no reason to want to watch the movie. Marcus Aurelius said, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. In this case, than his messages. A message with no effect is like a rock thrown into a lake that makes no ripples. It just sinks. Forgotten. So before you send your next good morning, ask yourself, does this message deserve a reply, or am I just adding to the noise? The good news? You can fix this. You don't need to write poetry or invent the formula for attraction. You just need to understand how emotion works and learn how to use it to your advantage. And that's exactly what we'll cover in the next part. Because if you want replies, you first need to understand why most guys fail without even realizing it. 2. Why your messages don't work. Ever felt like your texts are invisible? You write, you check, you send, and nothing. Silence. As if you launched your message into space and are now waiting for aliens to respond. And the worst part? You can't even complain. Technically, she didn't say no. She just chose to ignore you because it's easier. But hey, you're not alone. This is a mistake nearly every guy makes. Most people think texting is just putting words together and hoping for the best. But in reality, it's an art, and you, my friend, have been drawing with broken crayons. The issue? Most men's messages are more predictable than the ending of a romantic movie. Everyone says the same things. Everyone follows the same boring script. Hey, how's your day going? I saw you like to travel. And of course, they get ignored faster than a street insurance salesman. People think the goal is to be polite and kind. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Being too nice and predictable is just as bad as being awkward and desperate. No one gets butterflies from good morning. Attraction doesn't come from logic. It comes from emotion. If your message doesn't spark curiosity, interest, or surprise, it disappears into the void. Just another notification in the endless scroll of distractions. Think about it. Every day, the person you're into gets dozens of messages. All the same, all nice, all forgettable. Now tell me, why should they reply to yours? What makes it stand out? Because if your strategy is just be yourself, I've got news for you. That's not a strategy. That's an excuse. Here's an example. Instead of, hey, how are you? You write, you've got two options. Tell me the most epic story of your day, or confess the boring truth. Choose wisely. See the difference? It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. One message goes straight to the ignore zone. The other, a real reason to talk. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Well, my friend, the quality of your conversations depends on how you formulate your messages. This isn't magic, it's psychology. If you want people to reply, stop texting like you're writing a business email. Start evoking emotions. Because at the end of the day, we don't remember what someone said. We remember what we felt. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to trigger emotions in your messages, so you stop being the person who checks their phone every 5 minutes, waiting for a reply that never comes. Part 3. How to trigger emotion in messages. Why do some texts get instant replies while others get ghosted? Most people think it's luck, about saying the right thing. But the truth is, messages that work follow a clear psychological structure. They spark emotion. Think about it. No one replies because your message sounds logical. They reply because they feel something: curiosity, amusement, a challenge. If your message doesn't evoke a reaction, it's just another gray bubble lost in the sea of notifications. Here's the issue. Most people text like they're filling out a bank form. Correct? Yes. Polite? Sure. Boring? Absolutely. Hey, how are you? How was your day? I saw you like traveling. Congrats, you just baked the emotional equivalent of plain toast. No butter, no salt. Want a reply? Spark something. Stoicism teaches us we can't control how others react, only what we do. And in this case, your move is to write in a way that stirs something in them. The brain hates gaps. If you give it a mystery, it wants to solve it. You won't believe what happened to me today, but I'm not sure I should tell you. Boom. Intrigue. Now they want to know. Humor disarms. It relaxes people, makes them feel safe. I'm about to tell you something important. But first, pineapple on pizza? Yes or no? This could change everything. It's light, unexpected, easy to answer. People love to prove they're right. I can guess something about you in just 3 questions. Bet I nail it. Now they want to play, to test you, to prove you wrong. Now many people think sparking emotions means being clingy or flooding the chat. Nope, it's like seasoning a dish. The right spice enhances the flavor. Too much ruins it. So next time you type something out, Ask yourself, does this make someone feel something? Or is it just another message doomed to the void? Next up, the 7 most powerful text messages that flip the script, so you decide when and who to respond to. Message number 1. The unexpected spark. Skip the dry good morning. Be unpredictable. I woke up, and the first thing on my mind was how ridiculously good you look, even just in my head. Boom, she's smiling like an idiot. You didn't send a cheesy compliment. You painted a picture in her mind. Most people text like bots. You don't. You use imagination. Now she associates her morning with you. Not the guy who sends empty greetings, but the one who plays with her thoughts. That's psychology. The person who can make you feel something without even being there, that's the one you want to keep close. Never underestimate the power of the first words of the day. By the way, drop the good morning princess, unless you're trying to land in the he doesn't get attraction category. Simple, effective. Message number 2. The addictive one. Words have power when they create imagery. Bet you can't guess what I dreamed about last night, but I promise you'd want to know. Now she's got a question spinning in her head. Her brain needs the answer, and that's your edge. It doesn't matter if you even had a real dream. What matters is you triggered her curiosity. Even better, you engaged her imagination. The more she thinks about the mystery, the more she'll think about you throughout the day. Most texts die after one reply. But you started a conversation, even if she doesn't realize it yet. And the best part, when you finally give her an answer, something funny or mysterious, she's already hooked. That's the difference between someone who gets ignored and someone who sparks interest. Control the story, and you control her attention. Message number 3, the emotional hook. The only reason I don't hate mornings is because they give me the perfect excuse to text you. Too cute? Not really, because you said it with the right tone. It's not a desperate love confession. It's an observation, with layers. This kind of message hits emotionally. Even if just for a second, it makes her feel special. And when someone makes us feel special, we want to keep them close. Never underestimate the power of tiny doses of validation. Yes, overdo it and you'll come off needy. But use it at the right time and you create a sense of value. Now every time you text her in the morning, she'll remember this phrase. Because that's how the brain works. We associate emotions with specific words. And you just left a mark in her memory. Message 4. The subtle challenge. I have a feeling you're going to surprise me today, though I doubt you can. Sounds simple, but you just triggered a powerful psychological mechanism. The challenge. Nobody likes being doubted, especially by someone they're interested in. Now she has 2 options. Ignore you, which she probably won't, or prove you wrong. And that's where you win. You're not begging for attention. You're not throwing around empty compliments. You're planting a seed of curiosity and letting her mind do the rest. The best part, these messages don't just get replies. They can turn into a long game. Today, she might say she's got nothing exciting going on. But tomorrow, without you even asking, she might come tell you something surprising, just to prove she can. And when someone starts thinking about you without you texting them, my friend, you're not just another name in their chat. You're a challenge. Message 5, the unforgettable image. I bet right now you're in your pajamas, hair all messy, and still look amazing. Sounds simple, but you just worked some magic. First, you made her smile. Even if she won't admit it, she likes the idea that you find her attractive in her most ordinary state. Second, you created a mental image, personal, gentle, with no hint of vulgarity. You didn't say anything explicit, but you gave her something stronger, the feeling that you picture her in her real private world, without poses or filters. And that, my friend, leaves a mark, Because while everyone else tells her how gorgeous she looks in makeup and tight dresses, you're the one who thinks she's irresistible, even in pajamas. See the difference? It's not about how she looks, it's about how you make her feel. And when a girl links your message to a feeling of warmth and attraction at the same time, congrats, you now live in her head, rent-free. The strongest messages don't explain everything. They hint just enough for her imagination to do the rest. Message 6. The hook of intrigue. I have something I want to tell you, but I'm not sure I should. Boom. Her brain switches to detective mode. What is it? Good? Bad? Dangerous? Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is now she needs to know. That's how the human mind works. Uncertainty is unbearable, and now you've got her. Her curiosity is working for you, even if she's busy. And when you finally give in and say something as simple as, I just wanted to wish you a great day, trust me, she'll yell at you, but she'll laugh. And what's the key? She responded. She entered the dialogue. You grabbed a moment of attention in a world that fights for every second of it. The trick? Playing on anticipation. It's the same thing that keeps you watching a show until 3 a.m. The same thing that keeps you glued to a movie. And now, the same thing that keeps her from ignoring you. Congrats, you've just become her little morning mystery. Message 7. The personal signature. Everyone should have that message. Something that no one else writes. A line that when she reads it, she instantly thinks of you. Why? Because the ones who leave a mark in memory aren't the guys who text the most. It's the ones who know how to be unforgettable. Think about this. If you can make your message stick in her head, you've done what 99% of men fail to do. Become irreplaceable. Example. If one day I don't wish you good morning, assume I've gone missing. That's your seal. Your signature. Something that makes her smile the moment she reads it and makes her think, this guy's different. That's the secret. Most guys send typical, replaceable, forgettable messages. But you build an image. You leave a mark. And that, my friend, is what separates interesting men from average ones. So find your phrase. Make it yours. Repeat it until she can't read it without thinking of you. Conclusion. Words have power. It's not about saying more. It's about saying the right thing at the right time. A good message can open doors, spark feelings, and leave a lasting impression. Now tell me, which phrase will you try first? Write in the comments. I'm curious which one stood out to you most. And if you've ever sent a message that got an unexpected reaction, share it. If this video helped you, like it and subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss future videos with new communication strategies. And if you want to keep learning, here's another video with phrases that spark attraction in seconds. You're going to love it. Remember, the difference between being ignored and being remembered is in the words you choose. Now you've got the tools. See you in the next one.